then I had a little bit of an energy drink, which I don't do that often. But when I have a little bit of sleep, I'll have a little bit of the Spike energy drink, which is amazing. But I have to tell you, I was at a basketball game last night, right? A professional basketball game. And I got invited to the game by somebody who's in the NBA, involved with the NBA. And he asked me not to say who he is. If you talk about this, please don't bring this up on the radio. Do not say that I invited you to the game. I'm like, okay, it was weird, right? I know it's weird, right? So a couple of times, he asked me last week to go to the game. Then yesterday when he said, hey, I'll meet you at 5 or something like that, 5:30. I'm like, all right. Then he goes, and don't forget my rule. I was like, your rule? Don't be late. And he goes, no, don't talk about it. I'm like, okay. And then my wife, Blake, you guys know my wife, Blake. She doesn't cuss. She's not an angry person. She's an unbelievable human being. Yesterday, if you guys remember the story of the girl Mallory who went into rehab, she OD'd on Friday the 13th, and her dad made her get rid of her dog and asked me to find a family for her dog. And I said, well, what if I kept the dog for you and put you in rehab and cleaned you up? And she couldn't believe it, remember? So we're at day 45 right around now, right? So yeah, Mallory is staying at this incredible resort that has stepped up, not resort, a rehab center, which actually is like a resort. We went over there yesterday and took a tour of it. It's called Soul Surgery. And this place is unbelievable. They take insurance, and it costs like $35,000, $40,000 to go there, and they comped it for Mallory.
Wow.
Soul Surgery is the name of the place. So yesterday, we took her dog, Rebel, to go see her for the first time. The video's on my Instagram. I filmed a little bit of it. It was incredible. My wife bawling her brains out the whole way through. And so you can see, and Mallory's put on 20 pounds, right? She's healthy. It was pretty emotional. So my wife, like I said, she doesn't cuss. She's the kind of person that's crying when she's getting out of the car. So on the way home from this moment, my contact texts me, don't tell anybody that I invited you. And this guy he's a great guy. And I don't understand. And I say to my wife, I go, I don't understand why I can't talk about going to the game with him. I go, it's not like I'm going to talk about going to the game with him. I go to these games all the time, and many times it doesn't come up on the air at all. I only bring stuff up if something happens, if there's a reason for me to bring stuff up. That's the only reason I ever bring anything up, is if something happens. And I go, I realized last night I only posted a video of me at the game at the very end of the game. I never even mentioned that I was there, you know? So I said to now my wife's driving. So she's driving. Perfect posture. She's almost a little too close to the steering wheel. She's driving. And I go, I don't know why. And she goes, that's because you're his little bitch.
Oh no, she didn't.
Damn.
What? And I go, what?
Where did that come from?
You're his little bitch.
I am shocked and amazed.
Why?
Yeah, and I go, what are you talking about? How? She's, it's fun for him to take you to the game. She goes, is he telling you what to wear? Is he telling you what to, she just went off, man. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I put my hand, I was driving a stick shift, put it in reverse. I was like, hold on a second. Put it in reverse. Hold on. And she just started going off nonstop. What cologne to wear? Is he telling you what cologne to wear? Is he telling you what shirt to wear? Is he telling you what time? And I'm like, she just launched into me.
Do you think that was her retaliation for your "I'm never coming home again" text? She finally standing up when you couldn't get inside your house. You're like, "I'm never coming back here again."
That's because I was angry because I couldn't get inside my house. No, I don't think she doesn't. No, she doesn't even remember that text.
It's almost like that was Mama Bear coming out. Like, don't let him tell you what to do.
Right?
You don't do that.
You stand up for yourself.
Yeah, it was so weird because outside of this story, I wouldn't be telling you anything about being in a basketball game last night. It was so weird. It was such a weird thing. And then I walk into when I go to the game, there's the professional photographers. There's a couple of them when I walk in there. They always take pictures of me when I'm sitting there. And so I sit down in my seat, and the photographers, they start taking pictures, and they say to me, "Hey, stand up." Because I'm not sitting where I normally sit. And they go, "Stand up." And I stand up. And I said, "Hey," I go, "Stand up with me. Guy wants to take a picture." He goes, "No way.
It's like you're his side chick.
That's exactly what she said. That's the exact phrase she said. She goes, "You're his side chick." And I'm like, well, I go, so he wouldn't stand up. So I take this picture. It's on the Johnjay and Rich Instagram account. And I take this picture. And when I send him the picture later that night, he's like, man, well, I don't even want to say anything. Anyway, you're exactly right. I'm like his side chick.